Mike Trout, the Melville Meteor, he's back. Mike Trout is back. He is swinging the bat really well right now for the Los Angeles Angels. And it's so nice to watch because baseball's better when Mike Trout is healthy and good. And last week, he went into Yankee Stadium and put on an absolute show. 4-game series, 5 homers against the New York Yankees. And Mike Trout looks healthy. I think that's always the biggest thing with Mike Trout. Can he be healthy? Because when he is healthy throughout the course of his career, go on Baseball Reference and look. When he's healthy, he's going to put up insane numbers. And so far to start this season, it looks like he's having one of those years. Already has 7 homers on the year. At the time of this recording, OPS near 1,000. And he has his legs underneath him, right? He's out there looking spry, looking 10 years younger. And I think sometimes we forget Mike Trout's 34 years old. And in baseball years, that's older for guys. But this is also a guy that is one of the all-time greats that put together. We don't often think of the world before Shohei these days. But before Shohei Ohtani, that was the greatest player that people had ever seen. When you're talking about the power, the speed, what he was able to do, the dominance so early in his career. And unfortunately, on the Los Angeles Angels, you really weren't able to appreciate that when we're talking about him in October. Has only gone to the postseason one time in his career. But when Mike Trout is healthy, it just looks different. It sounds different. The ball jumps off his bat still to this day at 34 years old. And you start to wonder when you have a Mike Trout that's healthy. At this point in his career, I know people are already having the conversations, could the Angels trade Mike Trout? I don't see that happening. I know he's talked about wanting to be with the Angels, and it's one of those things where if Mike Trout didn't want to be on the Angels anymore, he would not be on the Angels, right? But I think as time has gone on and he's tried to figure things out with his body and keep himself on the field, I think he just loves being a Los Angeles Angel. And while I don't see that changing anytime soon, I do think it's still really important for the game. It's really cool for the game to get one of these throwback, at least starts to a season from Mike Trout, where we're at the point in the year where guys are putting together a solid first 3 weeks to a month, and you're like, hey, over 162, this is, if you calculate this out, this is a really good season. So fingers crossed, because Mike's had some unfortunate injuries over the years where it was his legs or his hand, or he gets hit somewhere and breaks something. So you knock on wood for Mike Trout, he can stay healthy, and we can see one of those throwback seasons from Mike Trout. But one of the things I was thinking about is, I think being back in center field is something that, just from a comfort standpoint, has helped Mike Trout significantly. I know he's not the greatest center fielder in the world now. I know he's an older guy now than when he first got called up. But I think for him, just getting thrown in the right field or just getting thrown in the DH spot, it's almost like the being taken out to pasture, right? To go die. And I think for Mike, being able to be back in center field where he can run around, make plays, use his legs, he's still, when he is healthy, which he is right now, looks right now, he could still move around. Like, that's still a big dude that can pick him up and put him down. He's making plays out in center. He's swiping some bags. And so I do think that him being in center field and being allowed to be a center fielder has helped him offensively, because I think it makes him feel like he still can go out there and do it, right? And can still prove that he can go out there and be one of the best 9 players on the field. So it's been really nice to see Mike Trout do Mike Trout things. I can already tell that people around the game are just like, oh, man, Mike Trout's still getting it done. And I know Mike is really happy about being healthy and being able to show people that he can still do some damage.
So,
hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of The Relay with Russ Dorsey. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you have a question for me, be sure to drop it in the comments below. And we'll catch you again here next time.